kopa e nyane no feta tse ding a mara meketsi.
Yeah, this one is fine. Yeah, sharper patile cha bona.
Lemon hae.
I tell battle tswele la. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Oh yes, bonus is
Uno le kae? Motho wa ditamating uno le kae? Hlokoloza. Shayimpe mpelapo. Hlokoloza. Hlokoloza. No so hlai Jack. Rona ne re le White House re tsa hlokoloza. Ne hlokoloza. Go salang ne re tsa hlokoloza. Hlokoloza. Tsa bene. Jo, o so le camera shy?
Not even.
Batho ba modimo.
It's just bringing back a lot of memories, man.
It's bringing back a lot of memories.
Yeah, man.
Aww. Nostalgia. Hi guys. Welcome to ADN Lifestyle with Sonati, brought to you by Audionomics Entertainment. Kidusile abuti. Shayimpe Pelapo. Hi. If you guys don't know,
Yeah, too young.
Guys, you are too young. You are too young. Today, we've got the legendary Mr. Salty himself. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, how I don't like it when someone says, like when you mention my name and then you include legendary. Jeez.
Why?
I take it to heart, man, because that's a huge status, man. You know, when you say legendary, it means if you've accomplished everything in life, you know, and you're at the point whereby in your life you're sorted. But unfortunately for some of us. Anyway, moving right along swiftly. Thank you so much for the welcome there. But just didn't mention legendary.
No, I was going to say, but legendary is relative to Motu individually.
No, 100%.
That's how I would put it.
It is relative.
Linda Blanco ki legendary ki leso. You guys don't know much about me, but I feel like, you know, it's all about yourself and where you put yourself. Yeah. I don't need y'all to tell me, because gauge it. That thing new. What pillar? That Lepheane. Who's your fan?
Achi kam hawara masedi re ipheletse.
Kamoha.
Yeah, it was ka bohlale ba rona, you know. Yeah. Yeah, ka mora le motse tse ngata tsenana impa. Ntse re phela man, and re khona lo qoba le COVID, you know. We are here.
Ntse re phela.
Ba ra fitile COVID, and then you should know rano ba henetse bana le wena.
Ne?
Ba ile hore ba dumela ho ba ha bona. Wana wa thamba ile hore ha o thuba ba heno motho re bua kang, you know.
How is this?
Yeah. Ambare Jesu na le nna. Ya Jesu la le wena. Le rona ntse re tjho. Empa ba heso. Bana le nna ke a lebo.
Oh, kamoha.
Kamoha.
Ke thabela go tlile ka shen. I feel like a lot of people will enjoy hearing from you.
And I'm grateful to be here, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been out there where people like would know what's happening with Salty, where is he, you know, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for the platform.
You are most welcome. Ha re khutsetse morao he gore na Ntate Lepheane ke motho wa ho kae o hlaetse naheng e feng.
Okay.
Jalo ha nna re tle le yona jalo.
I was born in Baragwanath before it was a Krizani.
Okay.
Yeah, that's back in the days.
Ibitso Krizani, no?
Yeah, it's called Krizani Hospital.
Oh, okay.
With like in my era, it was called Baragwanath. That time, we were living in Middlelands, Zone 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived there with obviously my parents and my granny, and Actually, I think I actually lived there with my granny and my uncles. Well, my mom, my granny, my uncles. You know, because yeah, my dad wasn't there.
Okay.
Anyway, I will talk about it. You know, so yeah, I grew up in. Actually, I was born in Midlands, and then we lived Midlands, and we lived in Molapo. Yeah, Molapo, and then we went to Naledi, and then we went to Mabetla, and then we went to Orange Farm. Yeah, it was one of those whereby Kodading, you know, because my dad kind of was assaulting, you know, like at that time, you know. So that's when you got a stand, go Orange Farm, and then we built a house.
Okay, so that's where your family home is.
Yeah, I think people will say you are born, bred and buttered. So I was born in Soweto, bred and buttered in Orange Farm.
Okay.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's my hood. Rekomba so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's my anytime.
Extension 4.
That's my hood. Yeah, Orange Farm Extension 4.
You are.
I'll fit the ranking, but we are 4th Street. You know, you call it 4th Street. So all the way to you pass Total Garage, you pass BP Garage, and then up to.
It's got for directions. Sure.
No, it's fine. Still okay, man. That's my hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you school look more?
Yes. Actually, when you go to Orange Farm, it was in 1990. Yeah, they went schools that time. So, kakena my primary cause primary into Soweto. But then relocating to Orange Farm, there were no schools. And then Kalweza Primary, I think I was doing standard. I guess I was a great man, no. It was standard 4, you know.
Okay.
It was standard 4. I did standard 4 go Kito. It was in Sebokeng.
Oh, okay.
So I did standard 4 and standard 5. Standard 5 I did it in Orange Farm, Madume Primary School. Shout out. Funny enough, my nephew goes there now.
Yeah.
That's how old the school is.
Full circle.
You know what I mean? Like we started there, and my nephew's there. You know, Thabo.
Yeah.
You know, so and then from Madume, I went to Ahatuta Secondary School. It was obviously in Orange Farm Co Extension 7. You know, and and then from high school, and then I went to tertiary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tertiary,
I did sound engineering. Yeah, I did. Like any other DJ man who's inspired by music and want to be, you know, into the industry scene. You know, they'd want to obviously venture into the deeper side of music, whereby one would want to do sound engineering.
We understand it fully from the ground up.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Usually, I'm a person chewing gum. If you've been following Salty, you'd know.
Can it?
Yeah. There's a guy I remember back in the days, Lesotho. He's been following me, so every time I go there, there was a time when I went there and he'd be like, "Why don't you do such chippies?"
It was your thing.
Yeah, you know. But I know.
So no size how is the rest how is? When it's a vice versa, because when I reach
you today. Hey. Tlasa mabaka itseng moruo wa naha a o putlama.
Sesotho sa how? You'd swear hore o tla.
What do you mean you'd swear? It's like you know me better than I do.
No. I don't. I can't believe you were born.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Now I know you.
Yeah. Oh. So you'd swear I'm from Lesotho.
You'd swear hore.
Yeah.
You know?
It's one of those whereby you embrace who you are. I mean, my surname is Lepheane, and you know, and you need to know who you are, where you come from, and your roots, you know, and I've always been one person who embraces who he is. Similarly to if you would meet Mtamozolo, you know, Mzolo tla etsa for you know, so I think it's one of those whereby you feel like I'm proud of who I am, and where I come from, up until I knew better. Yeah.
What's on new better? It's okay.
Okay. New better in a sense that we as people, we grow, and sometimes it's one of those whereby we are told who we are until we make it a homework, to ourselves to really find out who we are. Someone can tell you that you are semangmang, only to find out that you are not that person.
How's right?
For instance, your parents will tell you Thabo. You're gonna take it, Thabo, and then you go deeper into it. Like, why Thabo? Why not Tshepo? Why not Tshepiso? Why not Mandla? Why? And then okay, why not Jabu? No Thabo because nelle Thabo no fit. Okay, makes sense. Nelle Thabo no fit. But who tlile jwang ke beteng?
So what's about 22?
Yeah, because yes, like I understand so, but as a person, you ask them in order for you to know who you are. For a car, let's say a Toyota to be there, when say a body or to body ke shape and ke engine it fit a body and then you need to find out it's a so which is one thing that I made it my baby to know exactly who I am, where I come from, and how I get to be conceived, and for some reason it was one of those things that are uncomfortable, especially to the parents, like you said now. Our parents, by old school, man, you can't be asking them such questions, but then there was that thing in me that wanted to know who I am, where I come from, and how I got to be conceived. And now I've got a little sister. Well, but after my younger brother, because grade 3, and now I'll put it this way. Because I was never raised by my biological dad. So so to him, ke first born high, and then my younger brother Tabiso, and then my younger sister Nzwaki. Wana high, who is my nephew, kena madumi. So my sister is very spiritual, like very, very spiritual, to a point that my sister would foresee things, obviously. And now there was a time when okay, I see Abdi Thabo coming back home as a shapo, and then there's people by like when that debate up until my younger sister asked my mom, and like, why Kilora so, and then only then my mom's like, but winka guy this thing. Little did she know that I'm having the same thoughts in my head. I need to find out who I am. And now we're talking 2014, 2015. This thing is coming back now after the Hlokoloza fame. Now it's coming back, and I'm thinking, okay, why am I having such visions, such thoughts, such you have that curiosity of knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Why did I not have that back in the days? Why not, like, why now? So up until they called me at home because I had left home. I left Orange Farm 2002. Reason being, I was doing sound engineering, Copenhagen, and then for me, and then I also got a job as a resident DJ at Club Limelight. That time it was easy for me to leave
around the area,
you know, as opposed to traveling back and forth, you know. So in 2014, 2015, that's when my mom and my younger sister, they called me. They're like, okay, come through. We need to speak to you because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and then only to find that I also had that in my head. And then that's when they disclosed, okay, your dad that raised you, Mr. Lepheane, you know, is not your biological dad. You know, and I love my dad to bits, man. Mr. Lepheane, that the Johannes Mohowa Lepheane. I love that man. I believe I'm the man I am today because of him. You know, if my dad would deny me and say, Asingwanakao, and then another man would raise you as his own, you know, it takes a lot, you know, and they know at home. And I've told him before, I love my dad to bits, you know, not taking away, obviously, but I am where I am today, and I am who I am, whereby Lepheane proudly so because of that the Johannes Lepheane. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So yeah.
Are you related to Zinyo?
Him and I, we actually spoke about this, but it was briefly, you know. I think we are considering the fact that Senimerona I see the most common surname.
Yeah.
You know? So because when I asked my dad, he would tell me, okay, Batembal Piane Alex, Batembal Piane Eastrand, you know, fella Joan. So like Africa Latili Sand. But yeah, Mtswala. Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh,
that's my guy, Zinyo.
MK Vitele at fan.
But again, I wouldn't blame him because I don't know how I look like, by the way.
No, I don't think that's fine.
And Speedy. Although we point out the spilling.
True.
You know, so if someone says to me, you look like Macbeth Sebaya, I've heard that before. You know, back in the days, you know, whereby Macbeth Sebaya was playing for South Africa, Bafana, you know. Yeah, anyway, you know, I heard that whereby people think I look like Macbeth Sebaya, and because Lena believe in but what people see when they see you, remember, it's totally different. Considering the fact that we as people, especially for Wanake Mutolungoki you know what I mean? So I would say, oh, is it? Okay, Jalebo. Take it as a compliment and move on. You know?
Okay, so how do you... Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Similarly, how can I get Barack Obama? Mandela. Which is one thing I never loved or liked actually Kokasiaka. Orange farm, like there would be this guy, Tebza. Tebza would say to me, I thank you. Every time I'm pointing out, hey, I thank you. I'm like, why do you... And then Mampita Mandela. Yo, I used to hate that. You know? Little did I know, had I took that and ran with it, it would have yielded good fruits for me, considering how big the name Mandela is.
True.
You know what I mean? Because we are in Orange Farm reading Osi. And then to me, I'm thinking, you know, are you saying I'm that old? Only to find that when that guy explained it, now you see, look at my beard. I've got gray beard. Doesn't mean I'm over 60.
Well, doesn't mean you're not. Also doesn't mean you're not. Could be 65.
You know? So when I grew up, gray hair. Yeah, gray hair. Yeah. You know, I had gray hair and Gokasi, like they would tease me Barano, Matala, Mandela. You know, I used to hate it. And had I knew what I know now, I would have
ran with it.
Yeah.
Mr. Jack, you've got a question, sir.
Sure, Jack. Maroma basone. Okay.
Related.
Okay. Sure, Jack. Yeah.
So, Tatwa Wamti, your
Okay.
original father.
Yeah,
and
my biological dad.
how's the relationship between you and Alen?
Which is a good question, man.
And do you know why Mwahaoli and Lintatwa wow?
Bahawane kabo basa utlwana.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question, man. You know? E batla ngwe dipona matsaka be di benya. Ska bontshala hore ha tsebo rantentle go etsalang ka ena, you know? Look, unfortunately, when I got to discover that the Lepheane is not my biological dad, they took me to, obviously, to familiar with that work. Well, we went to look for him and learn out Midlands, you know? But he had already passed on, unfortunately. So I never got to meet him, you know? But here's the funny part. When my mom and my dad took me there, we were told, okay, because my mom wasn't even sure where the guy lived. And as a guy, it's a very sensitive topic, you know, that you can have with your mom. That, okay, does this mean the fact that you don't know where he lived, you know, and it's one thing that I can't even ask. But however, be that as it may, we went there, we found out, okay, Michael Dlamini lived Koplekenge, so at least we knew the surname. And then we got there, and then we found out, okay, is this the place Michael Dlamini? Yeah, I know this is the place, this is the house. Okay, cool. There was my cousin, whom obviously at that time I didn't know it was my cousin, you know. Then my cousin welcomed us, and we're like, okay, let's wait for my aunt, you know, to come, so that my aunt can obviously let us know, okay, the person sharp. As soon as my aunt walked in, my aunt looked at me, my aunt literally cried. Like, nangu Michael, hey Michael, nangu sakavuke mathuni. You know, because I literally look like my dad.
No, man.
You know? And thanks for that question, though. Because it's one thing that, obviously, it goes back to what I was saying, that as a man or as an individual, you need to know who you are, where you come from, and why you're here. We're here for a reason. We're here for a purpose. You need to know why we're here. No one was born for a mistake. But I also like a mistake. There's no such. You know, you need to know who you are. Why are you here? And before you leave this world, have you fulfilled your purpose?
Yeah.
Have you done what you were here for? Anyway, so my aunt was like, okay, sure, sanbonan ningxole namankhala. You understand that it's what I understand jwale. How? Yazi mina ngimangela ukuthi ngibona uMichael, nangu Michael la sefikile, how? Nithi hayi, kodwa ubhuti samncwaba kodwa ufike kanjani la? Wathi nginitsheleke. Ingani kaMichael?
Yeah.
That was before my parents could say anything.
Wow.
Little did they know that obviously I wasn't the first one. So there would be someone else who would you know, okay. O ne le ngwana Michael. Kaofela bona re tshwana le thama la rona. You know?
Michael.
Yeah. You know?
Michael.
You know? But then, to answer another question of yours is that, did I get to find out why he left me and did I have a relationship with him? So obviously, in the part of relationship, obviously I didn't get to have that because he passed on. But in me finding out why he left. I wouldn't go deep into it because I don't know his side of the story. I only know my mom's side of the story, of which Lena, I won't go deep into it because now I got to you know, as a man, right now, I do have kids, and Lena, I've got questions. Kabana baka, you know, as a guy, you'd think, okay, yeah, I'm happy, kabana baka, sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it didn't into because you don't want to hit mamang juan. So I can't say only like Papa or Hande because when on with you know, that's my mom. You know, but the fact that Hasiki who did I know better, I'm like, Papa or like a hot.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I told like a hot, it's fine. As long as my mom is happy, can't tell piani, and I'm happy.
Can I ask, do you think you would have been a different man today if you had a relationship with Michael Lee and Ntate Lepheane at the same time? Or do you think whatever Ntate Michael has taught you as a boy and growing up is enough? Is enough and it's sufficient, and you don't feel like there's something missing, there's a void that needs to be filled?
Okay, here's how I'll explain it. Ne? As a when you are born, if you are born into linyalo, whereby babo mewaho le babo ntatao ka Sotho babo mao, I won't. Babo mewaho le babo ntatao but everything in a sense that hopatetsu lobolo wa slaughtery and then dinyoko tsa kopana and everything. O hlaetse lenyalong. Then you are sorted. You are good. Now, in my instance, remember, my dad didn't even ahlaule. How about that damage? That's one. And then 2, my dad really the telepian wa fihla o fumana mme wa ka ana le ngwana. Because I'm saying apparently because I wasn't there. They had dated before, and I believe my mom. They had dated before, and then my dad left because he had to go alosebeta. And then when he came back, now this is true love, and I'm saying true love,
soulmates.
Yeah, because now my dad came back after he had left. That time the phone had you. You know, I was born in the very early 80s. You know, now ha khutla o fumana moaka ana le ngwana wa tseba go msile kae ke wa tsa madulante ha fika mfumana le ngwana, and then ebantwana ya okay cool ona le ngwana, it's fine, I wasn't there. She didn't know I had left. Now I'm back. Ke ta monyala le ngwana. Now o monyala le ngwana e lore my granddad, which is my mom's dad, lele motho wa ano ai and the molo ne inwela yo that brown brown tsakang ne inwela, you know, that o fitile kana kwa di lobola negotiations after tebela everyone
drama.
Yeah, you know, so it's very deep to a point that my granny was happy with my dad wanting to get married to the family, and then gave my mom and my dad blessing. Sorry, legana la nyalana. Ne? I love this because I know better now. You know, bagana banyalana, and then it's fine. Then the offspring, because I was there already, baby Ntate Lepheane, which is myself, firstborn, because my dad accepted okay. Inyala meo lengwano sharp, you know, and then my younger brother came, and then my younger sister came. Little did they know this will have implications and repercussions munna when I grew up. Whereby at a later stage it will take me to the Dlamini. You know what I mean? This is why I had this whole thing, yeah, the edge of wanting to know who I am. I mean, as a child, which child do you know would want to know who they are right now?
2000.
Do you understand? Like, I had this whole thing. I need to know who I am, because they say your underground gang, they're always with you.
They are.
They're all like, you can run away. We can't survive. Hey, no, I'm like, hey man, my name is Salty, man. Hey, Eta. Libizolo batsabang ke Thabo. And then wana ba to mataka engwe e leng re lwena ba o file yona ha o tsebi. The reason I'm going back to my dad, Lepheane, whom I regard as my dad, is because imagine if he had said, who knows when maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I get an engine number, because keep it a engine number now because of my dad. You know, now it goes back to story sa Lepheane. Yo, this thing is it come 5 hours. Yeah, when I round that one, ne. Now story sa Lepheane kiss. Bang amuhela Lepheane, we are happy. Kiwana rona kyo, and then bang it's a span. Span is in bang it's a mosebetsi. Ramo amuhela. But problem one, it's a mosebetsi because tlamehile wa amuhelwe lapeng. But at the same time, le bona ha ba sharp. Ho ba ka get some mosebetsi. But remember that time, it's post Hlokoloza, because Hlokoloza was for this 2011, and then 2012 I was okay, and then late 2012 I left Wheel of Steel, but we'll talk about it. I left Wheel of Steel, and then I ventured into my own thing, because I wanted to have my own company, whereby Lina I would release music under my own company. Now, bang get some CBT, they are not fine. I'm like, okay, let me assist you guys. Little did I know I'm doing it the wrong way. In a way, it's like, wake up here. You know? Now, this is Lepheane. I'm happy with some CBT. Niaspan.
Nazo.
Can go on my profile on Instagram. You'll see Span. I'm excited. Like any other child, man.
Yeah.
You know, now you
have a belonging. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, now the Torotan and never sabating and never salupiwa, and I'm happy. You know, if you get about Mina, I mean, Lepheane, Lepheane spell cool, spell cool, Makatus and Macarans and Luchamagas chat.
Okay.
Yeah. See, now it's coming back to it's about Lepheane. It's all about knowing who you are as a person, as an individual, and why you here. Yo, and then without taking away the questions alone, or without answering, we are copied. So that's what happened. So I get to find myself here, and never had any contact with my dad. But however, my dad had other kids. I know that there's Tammy, there's Tulani, there's Nomsa. These are my siblings as well that I have met. That I know.
I was about to say that you know of, because Michael was for the streets.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're close. We're very close. Funny enough, especially the second born, which is Tulani, like we look alike.
My father.
Yeah, you know. So that's family, man.
That's your background.
That's my background.
Oh, nice.
Because you can't say, yeah, baba, because papa ka wite. Oh man. You know, even now.
Also.
That's what I'm saying. Like even now, if you were to ask me, like, are you content with the fact that Papa Wuhan? Yes, I am. Because he's not there to answer for himself. I don't know what was happening between Yenale and my mom, but I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Swiftly along. Are you good? Okay.
There is no way you wouldn't be good.
Yeah, no, that was a whole paragraph
took
and
like
a half.
10 minutes. to answer two questions.
I think it's important to speak about such things because a lot of men shy away from talking about Ntotsijin.
Yeah.
So moving swiftly along from you have another question.
And no,
it's a comment.
Most of the time, we only know one side of the story.
Yeah.
You said, I'm glad without to be said.
No, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no judgments here.
Yeah, no judgments. Because in as much as like I would ask my aunt, like I wouldn't get like a clear response and information that would fulfill me as an individual, or that would make me feel content that okay, my question has been answered. So I've decided, you know what?
I never take over it.
Yeah. Because they say this is how life works. If someone is accusing you of something, there's his truth, your truth, and the actual truth.
Yeah.
So I only know
there's always three sides to a story.
So even if my dad had came back and told me this is what happened, I'll still have questions.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Okay, Mr. Hlogoloza. Yes, Kisamo.
Maybe before you Samo, maybe you should know how that came about, and then you can go to Hlogoloza.
How what came about?
How Hlogoloza came about. Because before Hlogoloza, I was someone else. Come to think of it.
Hey, I can't give okay, you say you did your sound engineering, right?
Yes.
And then what happens during that sound engineering studying? That area, sound engineering, you studying it, and how do you get into the industry?
Okay. I got a job. Okay, before I got a job, Benham College, it's opposite, I think it's on Jorison, if not Decorte. No. Jorison the other side, Decorte. Yeah, it's Decorte. It's opposite Total Garage. There's only one Total Garage in Braamfontein. So it's opposite Total Garage. So after school, sounds wrong. After school is after school. After school, my friend and I, when we were going home, there was a poster. My friend's name Kihloni, Lepheane Makoba. We saw a poster. That poster had Bozola, Ndumasilela, Tembisiete, Clio, like all the Oskido, Tira, all the well-known artists, were there. And then I said to my friend, one day, Lina, actually, I didn't say one day, I said, soon, I'll posting. A friend of mine was like, I'm going to take in chances. When I was lower,
I'd say with the power of the tongue.
Exactly. I'm glad you know that, I think thanks to the power of the tongue, I am where I am today, and where I am today because of the power of the tongue. When you say it's over, it's
gonna be over.
Yeah, it's gonna be over.
I always tell people,
yeah. Oh, I know Lebala.
Posh Kayen.
Yeah, So now, it's one of those cool. I'm telling him, I see my name there, and I'm gonna be there. I take the address. Okay, address is just around Braamfontein. The club is called Lamplight. Cool. A month later, during I remember it was our break in between, I think it was in between the breaks, I went to that club. I got there, I found there was this guy, he was also there to see the owner of the club, but the owner wasn't there. Cool. His name was Shepherd. Back in the days, people that lived in Braamfontein or grew up in Braamfontein knows who Shepherd is. Shepherd is like, no, I'm a barman at Devonshire Hotel. Devonshire Hotel was the thing back in the days. Cool. And then Shepard is like, okay, you're looking for the owner. No, come here. Come through. I'll make sure that I'll link you up with the owner. And I went to the Devonshire Hotel. Okay. Shepard is the barman. Offered me alcohol. No, we're there. Now, I did say that this is in between the breaks.
I'm still
at school. In between the breaks. Cool. But I had left with my bag. With my textbooks and everything. No, I'm there. Offered me a beer. No, sure. I'm here. You know? And it's like, okay, later on, we'll go there. Look at the time. It's over. Those people are gone. I'll find my way home, man. Because we used to travel by train. You know? And the train really fell late. I think the last train I would take from, not Braamfontein, I would take it to Park Station.
Park Station.
Yeah. The last train I would take it to Park Station. It would be come at 10.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, black ekana Leona, you know, for a young boy to even say, I'll take the last card. Because here, I'm here for Spanish. See. Around about 7:30 in the evening, Shepard took me and we met the owner. We went to Club Limelight, got there. Okay, he introduced me. Okay, this is my boy. He's doing sound engineering. He wants to DJ here. And then the boss was like, do you have vinyls? I'm like, yeah, I've got vinyls. Okay, cool. Now this is 2001. 2001, 2002, yeah. And then I do have the vinyls. It's like, it was on Wednesday. I won't forget. That Wednesday. It was the best Wednesday of my life. Because
to date.
Yeah, because now remember, it's the Wednesday whereby you get to drink alcohol in a hotel, buy a hotel, not go tavern, you know, and you sitting there and there's that bar stool. Anyway, you know, and I'm thinking, yeah,
I've made it.
George. If like that guy, so I got the textbooks. It's kind of jumpy say you know, because I've always been the guy who papa. Nagi papela, you know. Now, you do more it's again maybe shy Henneken draft because he be like, no, get last 500 now, Zekir, you know. But now, I did not take the goal. The goal has always been there. I'm like, yeah, no, my timing thing, kilobata span, sharp. Kinabola past 7 kopanale, owner, do you have vinyls? Yes, I do have vinyls. Come on Friday with your vinyls. Now, Friday is the night where obviously the club is opening and it's operating and it's working, you know, and obviously people are there. I got Kokasi. When I got to Kokasi, I had vinyls, my own vinyls, but now my vinyls, because I did not have enough vinyls. There's a guy by the name of Chester, Jerry. Jerry used to play for YFM back in the days. And then Chester was the guy that I looked up to, you know, back in the days. And I'm still looking up to now. I'll tell you, you know, when obviously as time goes, you know. So I said to my friend, okay, Ndanga, I'm back. It's an opportunity. So my friend was like, okay, let's make sure we get the finals. Cool. You went to Jerry. Jerry's like, no, I don't have your finals here. I'm like, okay, borrow me the finals that I hear. Let me go kilo pushing and go spanning. Because go spanning because Koskela, they were one of those whereby there's rooftop parties, you know, and we just DJ there and whatnot. So I did not want to make it obvious that I want to go audition because this is auditioning practically.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so he refused to give us the vinyls. He said he doesn't have the vinyls. Then we went to Chester's house. He sent us to Chester. We went to Chester. Chester's like, no, man, Cherry's got the vinyls. And this is like literally walking 3 kilometers back and forth. That time we're going to school. Finally, we get some vinyls. They're not enough. Cool. I get to school, I've got the pack of vinyls, and then The guy's like, we are ping on my vinyl when ngoba la kuna kiki la. I'm like, no, ngisayozama somewhere, but okay, sharp. Come after school, I went there. My friend is like, Nyakshi, I'm fine, Nyakshi. I'm fine, maybe last card. Again, last card. And then I went to Limelight. Then I got to audition there. And first audition, the owner's happy with me. It's like, you got the job.
Yes.
Now you're a resident DJ.
Yeah. Dalela. Izinja
Now,
madoda.
this is, remember now, this goes back to the poster. Zola, Mdu, Tembisiete, all of that, Cleo, Oskido, all of them. Now I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
As a resident
like
DJ,
you said.
now I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Now it's manifesting now, yeah? Things are happening. Okay, cool. Now here comes the problem. Our vinyls are with these guys. Chester's no problem. Fine. Jerry, it's one of those, you know, yes, he'll give you, yes, he won't give you, but he's our guy. You know, and I understand, you know, because chances are, if you'd give me the vinyls, what if he gets a gig? Because Kokasi, you'd get a gig out of nowhere. You know, now I understand where Jerry's coming from by saying no, get the vinyls, because if you were to get a gig, get the vinyls, now he loses. Because now I took some of my vinyls and most of his vinyls. Now it's a problem. Now I went to Palm Springs. Palm Springs is literally a street, you know, away from Orange Farm. Like but divided you know. I had guys back Mangamoles, KG, jeez, I forgot, man. I hate forgetting names, but it will come back. You know? So I went to my guys and I asked them for vinyls. I'm like, guys, get the opportunity to DJ so. Do you guys mind? It was so let's stay, you know, and they brought me their vinyls and you to come back. Because I hate it when I forget something. Similarly to when I used to hate it, like even now, I would speak to my wife about music, and if I don't remember the name of the song that I used to sell as Soul Candy, I'd get upset. Like I get upset. Anyway, so stay brought me vinyls. I'm good. I go there. I DJ. They're like, Antoine, we don't have gigs, Tina, so you can continue.
Yeah.
Now the money that I'm making here, I invested back into the business. Now I take this as a business. Now I know there's what you call Soul Candy, there's House Africa and whatnot. Then I go there, buy music, buy vinyls, until I had my own bag. Now I don't have to go back to Machita and say, borrow me this, borrow me that, you know. Now we got. So to answer your question, before I even go in even further, yes, that's how Limelight came about. And then from Limelight, I went to Wuzu. I'm not sure if you know Wuzu. Yeah. You've heard of Wuzu.
I've heard of it.
Wuzu was the most known club.
Very popular.
Whereby every DJ want to see themselves there. But now here's the funny thing. Before Wuzu, I think it was a time when I started working at Soul Candy, because I got a platform to work at Soul Candy. Now Soul Candy, because of the taste and the type of music that I love, that I introduce other DJs to. Because remember, Soul Candy is all about patrons coming there to buy music. So you come here and I look at you, I'm like, okay, what's your taste? Okay, I love deep house. So the music that I'll give you, literally, that I handpick and give you, would, trust you me, make something and make you come back to me and say, Joe, do you know what I did with that song? That particular song that you gave me, you know. So it was that, and now it was Soul Candy, and I'm happy.
Also, the posting.
Yeah, I mean post Limelight. Thanks to, you want to hear this one? Post to I'm like, for me to get to play Uzu, it's all thanks to Tembisiet.
Okay.
Yeah. Sister hooked me up in a manner that, to me, it goes back to knowing who you are, if you're at the right place at the right time. He had a guy that was playing music for him because he was performing solo. The guy was intoxicated, obviously, like Joala.
And limits.
But now, because of the sound, the guy did not want to conform to our standards, the sound, because we'd want the sound to play at a certain level whereby we don't blow up speakers and all of that. So if you fail to conform to that, unfortunately we're gonna check you out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my place. Now I'd say, "Echa bouncer, Prachek,
Aye.
what's to power?" And then Prachek would take this guy out, and then Tembi came. He's like, "What happened? This what happened?" Like Tembi's like, "Okay, can you play for me until I'm done performing?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm done." "Okay, yes, I'm done with that. I'm game with that. We can we can continue with that." Then she's like, "Okay, cool." Then I played for her. She was happy, and then she said to me, "Don't you wanna venture into other avenues, the club, because now you're restricted here. Go Blamlight, go Bramfontein, I can hook you up,
Nice.
And I'm like, yes, I'm game, like, okay, cool. I know the owner ya Club Uzu. Yo, I was so ecstatic. Like, I did not sleep that night. TMB gave me her numbers, and then she's like, "Okay, give me a call," because I did not have a phone that time. I used to travel with my mom's phone, but at that time I had left it. Remember, this is early 2000, like we're 2003 now. My mom had Alcatel.
Specifically.
You don't know. Okay.
Huh?
So obviously it's with my mom, and Tembi gave me the numbers, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll call her. Good. And then Tembi said, "I'll call you." Now the days went by. A week goes by. Second week, I'm like, no. But already it's here in me. And I'm ready. Cool. And I remember I had collected vinyls. Now I'm ready. Then I called Tembi. This is Friday around 2 p.m. Tembi's like, "Oh man, that time my name was Thabo, DJ Thabo." I'm like, "Tembi, this is Thabo." "Oh, Thabo, I remember you, man. Listen, come through tonight." Now this goes back to, even though someone can say to you, they'll call you back. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
You're not there, forget about you. Cool, it happens. Cool. Somebody's like, "Come through." Thank you. Friday, about 2. Yeah. I create a plan. It's a plan. I get to Uzu. Now I'm going there to audition. Here's the story. I get there, I audition. 9 o'clock, I was there. I was supposed to play at 9. I was there at 8:30. Similarly to even the podcast. I'm one person, like I'm very punctual, and I respect time. Thanks to my wife, by the way. I was never like that.
Thank you, wife.
Yeah, thanks to Annie Banj.
Or to see the
no, lerato laka. So cool. I get there, but that time I get there like 5 to 9. For full age. Understandably so, like I did taxi. However, you could have left earlier. Cool, because you can't say yes, squeeze out like a taxi. Could have left earlier.
Also, that packet vinyl wasn't like
exactly. Even the packet vinyl, like, it wasn't easy. Kimo. I remember packet thing. It wasn't the original packet vinyl. It was a cooler box, a super sport. Yes, yeah, ne. So it's this thing a white ka mohare can say the vinyl ka mole. So it is very vinyl ki fitlile. I get there, I find the owner, his name is Aldo. Aldo, may his soul rest in peace. I find him by the entrance ya Uzu. Okay, for those that don't know, Wuzu is where Spark School is now in Midrand. If you know where Spark School is.
That Who's Who has had a lot of names. It's changed even. I think it was Bar 9 also.
No.
Well, I used to know
Wuzu is
Bar 9.
Wuzu. Bar 9 is Richard's Lounge.
Richard, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. No. Wuzu, it's always been Wuzu. It was never changed. Instead, what the owner did, he opened another club in Melville called Monaco. Yes. Sure. I've been in the game. Wait. Flip. You know, so yeah, just to cut it short, and then I got there, and then I met the owner, and then the owner was like, okay, who are you?
Blanco.
Okay. So I was like, yeah, my name is Thabo, and I'm here because Tembi invited. Oh, Tembi, and then Tembi walked out of the door. I was like, hey, Thabo. Then he pulled over. Was this guy Aldo aside? He was like, Aldo, this is the guy I told you about. Like, oh, okay, this wire. I used to say wire. Okay, wire DJ, come wire. And then I played there from 9 until 10. Mm-hmm. At 10 o'clock, it's supposed to be euphonic slot. DJ euphonic. Mm-hmm. Cool. Euphonic is late.
Yeah.
Wire calls me to the office. Now, this is remember, who's Lamplight, I never gotten paid that time. Because now you're auditioning, you're getting a job. Hold on. There's no way whereby you audition then you get paid. That's what I'm trying to put across.
Okay.
You know, up until you get a job. And even if you get a job, there's what you call probation. You know what I mean? So now, but with Wuzu, it was a totally different story. Whereby I get a job, I get paid. 1.5. Yeah, yo, popile.
Got 2000 and man?
Yeah, I'm in 2003.
2003. And then Leonel Patala Baka, no? Alinyel. Takatloela ham.
Magashanula how? But we don't katan jueta moro ba patala baka mara. How bana camera subele shan. Anyway, yeah. You know?
I'm not expensive.
So it's one of those. I'm like, okay, I'm happy. And then the owner's like, okay, I'm giving you this money because now you had played a good set, and now I want you to play for euphonic because euphonic is late. That 1.5 obviously is welcoming me, and then I'm gonna negotiate the salary. But I think he was happy with how I played.
Yeah.
But then obviously we got to negotiate the salary, but it wasn't that much. Once I got to be resident DJ, because I think it was like $500, but of which it was a lot of money at that time. Imagine you playing there Friday, Saturday, that's like $1,000. You know, you get $1,000 in 1 weekend. That's a lot of money. You know, you put that, multiply that by 4, you've got like 4,000 rands. You've got money. You know, so I was happy. I got a job, and then that's how I met Euphonic. Euphonic came through. He found me DJing. It's like, hey, because I'm one DJ who's very technical and tactical when it comes to vinyl. I don't like how the Alonso push. Then I'll show you like, hey, then I love playing a pitch. When I'm playing a pitch, this is the skill that I've learned from my late best friend, Lil O. May his soul rest in peace, man. That was my best friend in the game, man. Do you know? Unfortunately, he never got to, shine and get to enjoy his flowers, But Konadada used to live with DK. People know him. Opa, Lil O, like, is the best, man. For me, even now, I feel like I've lost it. It's gone. I've never even met anyone similarly to Yena. Except for Shimza. Shimza's very good. Like a vinyl. No, forget it. Nyawubui. You know, better allow Shimza, because remember, like Shimza, when he started playing vinyl, I think it was 16, if not 17, you know, and this is where you see this is passion, this is gift, this is love, this is what by nobody we're giving you.
Yeah.
You know, it's not where now. So which is what I had and what I still have even now. Because when I play vinyl, it's total different ball game. You know? Similarly to I was saying earlier on to MK, you know, when I used to play Go Cafex, like I'll play 2 vinyls, 2 turntables, and 2 CDJs at the same time. But yeah. MK, you wanted to say something? Hey, I can talk.
No,
I actually remember. Were you also one of those vinyl sellers that would hide certain vinyl for certain people?
Hide? Yo, that's a wrong choice of words.
Rephrase here.
When I rephrase it is, I'll keep it for you. You call me and say, Salty, remember we had a landline. You call Sol Candy and say, there's a song that I had, Go Kai Kai, and I want that song. When the shipment comes, not if, when the shipment comes and that song happens to be there, can you keep it for me? Then I'll keep it for you. How do you hide a vinyl? Because now you defeating the purpose of selling music.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean?
You're there to sell.
I'm there to sell. Remember, this is not my company.
And when I let I've
got a tire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now imagine if my boss was to hear that Salty was hiding vinyl for his friends. You know, which was DJ Mbuso at that time and Harold Salko. You know? No, man. Those are stories Majitana by created at all. You know, because unfortunately
to make themselves.
Look, unfortunately I had that problem. Or Majita, they feel Salty or Pata the vinyl because whoever otabata and then became okay, finally eating.
Yeah.
You know? That was that time. You know? Little did they know this person called and asked me to keep the vinyl for him. You know, to a point that, I mean, with vinyls, Joe, like, would send vinyls to Bo, Stenger, PE, East London, through Postnet. You know, remember that time, like, a person would call you and say, okay, Salty, there's a song here, batlang, blah, 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 can you play it for me? You know, like you play a song and then literally put it on the hand receiver. And you're like, okay, here's the song. Is it the song? Like, yeah, I want that one. You know, then you package it
and send it through.
You know what I mean? And then the DJ would say, Untimile final.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? You know? So, unfortunately, it was one of those eras. It's okay, man. Like I said, now it's going back to what people see when they see you. What they see when they see you, they see what they see and what they want to see. If this guy is pompous, unfortunately, pompous. If someone else but this guy is humble, okay, yeah, that's how you see him, but this is how I see him. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, hey, what
yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's not enough, but there'll be part 2, man. You know?
There will be, but yeah, we can continue. We
can continue, we want you each other's love of tree. Anyway.
What?
How that day, because
wait, what?
Halala. Halala.
No. I can understand.
No,
but anyway.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I see you playing now Who's Who.
Yes.
You are there with the right people.
Yes.
Man.
Okay. Let's get there.
O fitile jwang hore o kopana le DJ Cleo?
Hlogoloza. Okay. Hlogoloza, what happened was that...
Are we good, sir? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Kitse ke kopa refill. Are you good? Nna ke batla refill. Re ska nna ra Re bue taba tse
Yeah,
hantle
because
ntse.
yeah, so e batla re feel.
E batla refill. Please, ke kopa ka fresh ka man. No, we need to find out. There's a lot. And a shame Neri mametse earlier on. Ooh, we put a mola on the video. Bo makeup, little makeup.
Okay. Why did you guys make up me?
Neri le kai.
No, is it like now? Because now, when I say so, I'm madal.
Maro madal.
100%.
Maro madal. So hlaya o jwalo.
And I'm
Nna ke
happy.
makeup ile. Nna. I can makeup.
I don't know. I don't look at it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madam. Then I can makeup. I can makeup in.
Okay.
I hardly do.
Look, like I said, you know, there's MK. Embrace who you are. Be happy with who you are.
I am very content.
You know, but in as much as, you know, ukaba content, remember these are cameras and even with your brand, there's absolutely nothing wrong with makeup.
No, there isn't.
You know what I mean? You can be as natural as you are.
Yeah.
As beautiful as you are.
Thank you.
You know, cause like you said, I'm no, but you know the madam. Like my wife knows how much I love her and how much she loves me, to a point that she knows she doesn't compete with anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not too
No.
Mamela.
That one, no. Forget it. So, you can have makeup, you cannot, at the end of the day, you are a human being and in your own skin.
True.
And especially as a black person, you know, because we need to know, as one out about you know, so
well, for me, makeup is not an issue. I just don't like the heaviness of it. And I feel like it makes me look older. So, generally, no.